didn't even recognize your name. Oh my gosh.
Very good, because we were guessing who it was.
I do not.
Turnkey mortgage.
Rose Janetta, Santa Castaggi.
Jennifer Watson, Sereno Group.
Georgianne Pillsbury, Federal Financial Group.
And The American Dream is coming in right now.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Frank McCue with American Dream Realtors. Sorry I showed up a little late. This is my only husband.
Frank, are you showing property today?
What else are you showing? More than you can handle.
We had a couple people in the back. You guys want to sit in and introductions? Who's in the back?
Smile, baby.
Here, we got you. We have great.
Oh my God.
That is a classic.
Do you guys want to scoot in and introduce yourself? Is that Frank or who's that? Not you. Here we go.
No,
And who else do we have? Introductions?
Hi, Brian Gibbs, Bank of America Home Loans.
I'm one of the Harpos.
And?
I'm Frank DeMiro from Rainbow Carpet. One of the Harpo brothers. I didn't get my Hong Kong, that's the only thing.
Transaction of the week. Any positive stories to share? Introduce yourself.
Matt Falconer, Turnkey Mortgage. We put some paperwork this week for a client in Half-Moon Bay, didn't get the offer, accepted, well, that's what my realtor, and then yesterday we put him in a purchase contract, it turns out we did get the offer, because the couple or the person that did accept it, failed to tell his wife that he'd be buying a house. So, they backed out, we went in,
Show these punks
how to rock it.
Really, yeah.
What's up?
You know, I did have an interesting thing happen. I had a phone call on Sunday from a guy who wanted me to come show him a mobile home. And I told him I couldn't leave till 5 o'clock, and he said, well, my dad's leaving town in half an hour. You have to come right now. So I called my sales manager. He said, put a note in the door and go show the mobile home. But the part of the story I want to emphasize is that I had just seen a demonstration from Mark Messimer from MLS about how to do a quick CMA. So I did a quick CMA and emailed it to the guy, and by the time I got to the mobile home, he already had it. And he was, his dad was really impressed. And the kid kind of was too, since I was so old, he couldn't believe it. It was so fast. It's the first time I'd ever done one like that.
Is that those ones like Roxanne and those guys, the MLS classes they teach? Or where did you get this from? Who did you?
You know, I think he did it at one of our sales meetings, didn't he, Jill? Is that what was it? I think it was at one of the best meetings.
So I did one with Roxanne. They're great. They're really wonderful. Any other positive stories? You better speak up, or I'll call on you. How about tour properties? What do we have on tour today? Where's Candy? Candy,
Right here.
Talking about. What do we have on tour?
So 123 Canada Pacifico is pending. It is on tour. It's pending sale of the buyer's property. So we're taking backup offers, and so please come by, and backup offers are welcome. The buyer's property is on Via Novella. I'm not sure the number. It'll be on the market this afternoon or tomorrow. So look for that also, and maybe you can do both of those.
Great.
And please come by this afternoon.
Any other tour properties?
Marilyn Johnson with Bailey Properties, and today my listing is on 2791 Valencia Road. I call it my $1 million baby. It's just under $1 million. 4 bedrooms, about a little bit over 2,200 square feet on a half an acre. It's got a lot of usable property, beautiful decks, just done really nice inside. So come by and see it, and tell my $1 million baby.
One other thing, the agents for the home on Via Novella is Holly Alexander. So if you have someone for Via Novella, her number is 246-1655.
Great, thank you. For properties, anything else? Daryl and I are oh, go ahead.
KB Home, and maybe the last of the KB homes actually, maybe not.
We've got the two that will hold open today, Meadowview and Fieldcrest. Meadowview, we're working on something, that's the bigger one. The smaller one is the BMR unit, the low market rate unit. This is the Measure O. If you haven't been out there, it's priced at $378, $647. It's the price that the city sets. That's a great property. That's 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bath, brand new, 1,300 square feet, really cute. And I think it's the kind of property, you know, it's not necessarily a buyer that's out there in the market. It's more like someone going, wow, I have this friend, she's a teacher, and she makes, you know, $61,000 a year, or I've got this family of 6 that makes $100,000 a year. This would be their opportunity to buy a home. So think about that, some of the people that maybe aren't in the market right now that we could bring in the market.
And lots of food.
Lots of food. Daryl's going to be out there with food and music if they haven't been by. What else? Anything else on tour? Any price changes? Any open house activity? Who did open house this past weekend? Anyone? No? Really? We did open house. We had one, and we had good activity, the KB one, so.
I did Beach Drive and it wasn't advertised, so, you know, but it was no good.
Really? Wow.
It was cold. Yeah, it was Saturday, it was pretty.
Wants and needs. This is where everyone's going to speak out. What do we have for wants and needs? Who's got a buyer that needs to buy something right now?
Multi-res in Watsonville and the area around, Seabright area up to $1 million.
Same.
Same. I'm just going to follow you.
I have some super specific needs, mainly a 1-level or very few stairs. They could do maybe a reverse floor plan or something where there's 1 bedroom upstairs, but one has to be on the main level. They're under probably $500,000. Prefer the Santa Cruz, San Lorenzo Valley area, but I mean, we're looking as far south as Watsonville. We've looked at most everything that's in 1 level. So if anyone has something coming up, keep in mind, then we'll screen a group.
I'm going to claim ignorance because I don't know if this is the right section to mention this, but I've got a brand new house over Morgan Hill that's looking for an owner, and it's a 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath, 1,595 square feet. Got it priced at $569. If you know anybody looking at Morgan Hill for a brand new house.
Lot size?
It's small. I don't know. I can't remember.
5,000?
I mean, it's got a little yard, or?
No, barely a little yard in the back. They're attached single families. So there's not much of a yard, but it's still got great views of El Toro and close to downtown. I'd rather not lie to you. If I knew it, I'd tell you, but I don't know the lot size.
Okay.
Any other wants and needs? Jill, got something you're looking for? Anyone else? Exclusives, not yet on market? Any pocket listings? All right, we're going to open up the floor before our contest. Do you know? We don't have. Do we have a do you know? Oh my goodness.
Can I ask you a question about your area? Is inventory really tight over here?
Yeah.
Well, there's not much higher than there.
But I'm finding we're not getting, things aren't moving quite as fast. Slow down a little bit, still active, good listings. Good listings are still active. How are you guys in Morgan Hill? Are you in the same boat?
Our inventory is going down, but our activity is quick. People that are coming in there are paying cash or investors, or, you know, they're willing to do 30-day closes. But our inventory numbers are going down, except for the $1 million plus.
What are you finding in that? More inventory?
There's more inventory coming on. We've got 70 some odd homes on the market. 20 of them are over $1 million, something like that. But that number's climbing a little bit. It's taking a little longer to sell those. But anything under 7 is pretty much going pretty quick.
Our market too. How about a lender update? Kane, go ahead.
Kate Solberg from RPM Mortgage. Has anybody in the room heard about our REX program?
No. I saw your email yesterday.
Okay, well, in a quick nutshell, what it is, and mind you, I've been a lender for 20 or 40 years now, and we've never had such a thing. But what it essentially is, it's meant to help buyers that a smaller part than the actual new homeowner. And you can refinance and get out of it as soon as 3 years, or you can keep the home for 30 years and then undo, or if in the future when you sell the home, that's when the equity share comes out. But this is really helpful for anybody that has 10% down looking at a 525 purchase price or higher. And the way that they set this up, you'd be surprised. So if you guys have anybody that's in the position of, hey, I've got 10% down, but I can't get the other 10, or they need to move up in purchase price, this program would work for them.
Just as a rough idea, what's the equity share take?
So say for instance, let's use a quick round example. So say $1 million purchase, and the buyer has 100,000 down. The REX program puts 100,000 in, and therefore, let's say in 3 years, you decide to sell the house. So, and let's say the property appreciated $100,000, just to make the numbers easy. So now what you would have is the REX program, if they put 10% in, they share 40% of the upside equity. So at the 3-year mark, you go to sell the house for 1.1. You would end up giving the REX program the 100,000 that they initially put in, and the 40,000 of their equity appreciation. You keep the 60,000 of the equity appreciation. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, so it's that simple. That's the equation.
And the same thing at the end of 30 years?
It's the same thing at the end of 30 years. They also take the downside. So if it's sold for 900,000, well, now all of a sudden they're gonna take you only owe them 60,000.
Can you do it on non-owner occupied if you've got someone flipping a property?
No, it's only for primary residents. And the property must be solid because they are an equity investor in the property. And here's another interesting caveat. You say, for instance, you buy this $1 million home and you put 100,000 yourself into it in improvements. They don't want to share in that. They only want to share in the original structures. They will take an appraisal, back out what you did, and only take their 40% of the true market value of what the original home was. So they're not looking to do anything strange. I mean, it's really fair.
You got it right?
Yes.
That's fair. We have guest speaker, Janet, with Bank of America. Mark, Ron.
Let you guys come up.
So good morning, thank you for having us this morning. Janet Van Zandt, I'm a sales manager with Bank of America. And I came on board in July of this year with all the changes happening at B of A. I've been in business over 30 years, so I have a lot of experience. I'm happy to be back in the Santa Cruz market. And I brought with me my team today from Santa Cruz. I have Amanda Hopkins, and Amanda covers our Scotts Valley and Santa Cruz office. Shauna Watson, she's in our Alpos office, and Jen Campanola is in our 41st Capitola office. All of these gals are solid with 15 plus experience in the business, so you're working with people who know what they're doing with the loan, which to me, as our sales manager, is the most important. And I also have a guest, my boss here, so don't look at our non-disclosed handout that we're doing. But maybe you want to hand it out. Just bullet points for me. We wanted to just give you some bullet points of what's going on with B of A today, what products that we're offering, what we can provide for you locally. So Shauna, do you want to hand?
And I just realized I do my best editing after I need to go now. Sorry about that.
I also just want to invite everybody to this first time in 8 years that we're going to have the Realtors Bank of America is going to have a big pavilion at that. We're going to have some guest speakers from some local home improvement TV shows, and I don't know, maybe you want to speak to some of the other activities.
So, $1 million listing, Ryan, I'm going to get his last name, Sahant, is that right? Or has anybody seen that show on Bravo? $1 million listing show? Yeah. So he's speaking twice, and then most of you probably are familiar with the Ferry family, Mike Ferry and Tom Ferry. Okay, so Tom is speaking twice as well in our play on Saturday. So those are free. So does everybody already have a pass to get in? Yeah. Okay. If you don't, we can get you an Expo pass. So we can give you a code and a place to register so you can get your Expo pass. And Bank of America Home Loan will pay for that. If you want to pay for the Hillary Saturday night, right? So that's
on Saturday.
Yeah, that would be the day
Foreigners,
pass.
the band, I think.
Saturday's the big day.
It should be a big day. We'd love to, you know, drive. We can drive you, chauffeur you there. We can get you a free pass if you just want to, you know, hitch a ride with us and go up. We'll definitely be there. So let us know. Let any of us know what day works for you, and we can get you registered. It should be a really good event. And you have other vendors represented there as well. But I just wanted to give you kind of we handed out just a little overview of just some of the specialty programs that we have at Bank of America. I think one of the most important things I want to get across today is just the fact that major changes have happened at Bank of America. And, you know, it's a sleeping giant that is very aggressively back in the market on the mortgage business, and turn times are fantastic. Our process has improved tremendously, which needed to happen. And, you know, we're here just to tell you that we can get the job done and close the loan for you on time. We also wanted to talk to you about just a couple products that I think are really unique to Bank of America. We have more rolling out. So maybe, Mandy, you want to kind of start?
Okay, well, just to expand on what Deanna was saying about our turnaround times, I know we've had kind of a bad reputation in that area for quite some time. So, I've had a lot of success stories with purchases in the recent several months. They've all closed on time. I've had some deals come over from other lenders, kind of save the day type of thing, and we were still able to close on time, if not early. So we're doing really well in that area. The product that I was going to talk about today is our doctor loan. It's very unique to Bank of America. And of course it's, you know, specific to doctors, but not just doctors, but dentists and other medical professionals, where we can do 5% down up to $850,000. So it's a really great market or product, and no MI on that. It's basically built into the rate, so it gives them a, you know, lower payment than if they were to pay PMI, and a little bit of expense guidelines for them if they're just coming into the profession, if they're newly, you know, out of school. So it's a great product, and just it's a non-conforming product, and our non-conforming product in general is very aggressive in pricing and guidelines, and so for those higher end clients, especially in the multi-million area, we are pretty competitive with down payment and rate. And actually, I just
mentioned this. We're not charging them for their student loan payment.
Oh, that's right. Yes, they don't have to qualify with their student loan payment, so that helps with qualifying as well. So.
Yeah, that's the big differentiator that really makes it the doctor program, is that medical student.
Right.
Does that work for veterinary?
Sure, they're doctors.
I have to check
No,
on that.
veterinarians, I'm not sure.
I'll check and get back to you.
Chiropractors aren't doctors?
Which doctors?
Whichever one you want.
I like that one all day.
Which doctor?
Any other questions for us, or?
We have a couple of them.
Oh, go
We got
ahead,
time.
please.
Oh, I wanted to highlight too.
So, yeah, we also have an asset dissipation program, so if you have a client who's light on the verifiable income but heavy on assets, we have a secret formula where we can take their assets and convert it into income. And not suggesting they take monthly distributions from the IRA, we actually take the assets that they have, amortize it, the eligible assets over 15 years, which will give them the maybe a little bump in income that they need to qualify.
Great. So, I'm Jen Campanola again. I'm in the Capitola office, and I wanted to talk about our 15% down with no mortgage insurance on jumbo loans. So, starting at $625,000, $500,000, up to $1 million loan amount, we can do 85% with no mortgage insurance. So, there is a pricing adjustment. However, you can write off the interest, whereas you can't write off your down payment. So that's something, you know, there is a minimum credit score of 740, primary residence and second homes, and fixed rates, and a couple of ARM programs rolling under that.
One of the things we want to bring up too, and jump in, and you didn't want to, Brian too, is that we have incredible pricing on our jumbo loans. Our jumbo loans go to $5 million, so if you've got a client in that situation, I think we have probably some of the best pricing around. It's very aggressive.
30-year was 3,875 yesterday.
Well,
That's
yeah.
cheap money.
Pricing is, jumbo is better than our.
So on the jumbo loan, I did price one out yesterday. On a jumbo loan, we were at 4%. When you do the 85% down without the mortgage insurance, we were only a quarter point out. So we're at 4.25, 85% down with no mortgage insurance.
$2 million.
Yeah, and I had a client yesterday go into contract that was right on the cusp of that conforming to jumbo. So we just went up to jumbo, and it was able to save them like a quarter of the rate going with our non-conforming product, 3.875 on a 30-year fix, no fees. Yeah.
We have 20% of the deposit share, well, Bank of America. It's more actually than, you know, Chase and Wells Fargo as far as our household base. So one of the advantages I think that we really offer you too is our loan officers are within the walls of a bank branch. So we have a built-in client base, and we spend most of our day educating our clients and trying to find clients that may have a need to do a purchase, refinance their home, help the kids buy a home. So we can be a great partner with you, a great resource. I was in your branch last week and got to talk to somebody and telling me about he's getting a divorce. As I talked to them, I asked, do you own a home? He did. He was discounts to some of our customers based on their relationship with us. Again, and 1 out of 3 people have a relationship with Bank of America in California, so that I think is a real advantage that we offer. We also have Rapid Plus scoring, and on some of those scorings we can qualify people with limited documentation. We can qualify borrowers that are self-employed with less than a 2-year history if they qualify for an approval through our Rapid Plus. So if you haven't looked at Bank of America in a while, or you haven't tried using Bank of America in the last year, I really encourage you to do that. It's a new organization.
Fourth place is?
Oregon.
The winner's over here. Third place. Wait, third place.
I think the fire was good.
Second place.
Second place.
Barbara Dimitri.
Okay, first place.
First place, and drum roll.